What's up, everyone? It's me, Bobby G, and I'm back for another episode of me going through Contraption Maker. And if you saw the last episode, we were so very lucky to be able to complete the medium puzzle section, and now, ladies and gentlemen, we are moving on to the hard section, and I must say, I'm feeling a little bit intimidated. I am not sure how much more difficult these puzzles are going to be, but hey, let's just get right into it. We're not one to back away from a challenge. So let's start things up, folks, with the pretty good escape. Tim has been captured. Oh no. Set him free and get him off the top of the screen. Okay. Well, where is he? Here he is here. Okay. In some sort of jail. Assuming he's going to float off the top of the screen via this little lantern here. Excuse me. And like we always say, let's just see what the moving parts are. So far, the only moving parts that I can see is this candle. Well, first things first, obviously we're going to need to use the belt on the conveyor belt. Well, we have the ability to put a always-on receptacle. We may as well see. Well, that's the only thing that will be able to be hooked up to a belt. So I guess this candle is going to ignite this cannonball. That'll knock this off here, which will... I don't know what that'll do. Let's just see if we've even got that much. Let's just see if we've even got that much, folks. And, well, no, we don't. Alright. Well, one of the things we can obviously do is probably something like this. I think this will at least light. Yeah, okay. There goes the cannonball. And well, what kind of strange situation is that? Okay. Is that going to hit the balloon and hit the fist? Barely. Barely. I don't think that's necessarily the right thing. And actually, wait a second now. I'm kind of seeing a bit of a pattern here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hooks that are, of course, on the top of the jail there. And let's see, I'm kind of getting a bit of an idea. We have 6 balloons, which is more than I've ever seen before, to be quite honest. More than I've ever seen. And I think we're going to have like a little bit of a chain reaction here, ladies and gentlemen. A little bit of a chain reaction, I think. I think you've seen those... Everyone's probably seen those small little desk statues or whatever that basically hit off of each other and kind of bounce back and forth, those little ball bearings. So I think that's probably what we're going to have to end up doing here. Let's just make sure we can fit all of the balloons. I'm not sure if we need all of them. But we may as well, I guess. This is actually on the more difficult side to perfectly position each one of these. Hopefully now we've got it, and yes, we do. Very good. And let's see here. Well, that'll at least get us... Okay, so the candle's going to fall down here. This fist will probably punch it over this way. Well, I'm wondering if... Let's just see if the candle will light this rocket itself or not. Let's see. It will. Okay. Well, that obviously blew up 2 sections of the wall. Now, oop! I didn't mean to hit and stop the puzzle. Let's get it going again. Tim's gonna walk, excuse me, all the way over here. And then what's gonna happen now? What's gonna happen now? Not much. Not much is gonna happen after that. Okay, so I think the only last step to this is that this teeter-totter thing is going to have to hit the flashlight, and that is going to light the paper lantern, and our buddy Tim will likely float off the top. And let's see if we've got it, folks. The pretty good escape instead of the great escape. So far, so good. So far, so good, and I'm just going to watch this guy slowly walk on over. Hopefully he'll get there eventually. I'm savoring what I perceive to be victory. And nope. Well, I was wrong. Do we have to just move the flashlight up a little bit? Let's see if that is the only missing piece. And it is, in fact, and there goes our buddy Tim off the top of the screen. That wasn't so bad. Okay, moving on. Blizzard. There's a blizzard outside, and Tim needs to keep warm. Light Tim's double lighter and launch the paper lantern to send for help. Kind of reminds me of The Shining, quite actually. Well, this is a bit of a magnified puzzle. We can see our buddy Tim is much larger this time, and he's not even walking forward. Well, there's the blizzard, as you can see. And okay, well, the solar panel has light, but then obviously it goes away. So okay, and that's the only moving piece. What is this here? This is an interesting thing. This color block will light up as long as it's turned on. Okay, I don't even understand that, to be quite honest. It's red then black. I don't get that. But okay, let's see. Something has to obviously start the chain of events here. I think something like this is probably going to have to be in action here. But what is the next piece? This candle it kind of gets like a head start. It doesn't fall off the side. How can we get it to fall off the side, I guess, is one question. Let's see if this blimp will do it. No. I think the blimp doesn't really... It'll just bounce off the wall. It doesn't really move anything. It just bounces. It doesn't really move anything. Well, actually, since this doesn't seem to respect collision, this pool cue, I think this is probably how we're going to get at least this candle to light up this solar panel down here. Ooh, except for the fact that it's gets stopped by this black box that I don't know if I've even never seen before. Yeah, ain't gonna work. Ain't gonna work necessarily, folks. Let's see. We'll try one more time. Look at that. Nope. No dice. So, what if we bring up the... What if we just bring up the lantern, or the blimp a little bit? Maybe something like... Okay, let's see. Something like this. Maybe this will work. It's right in line with the candle now. Will it hit the pool cue and send it flying? Well, it did, but apparently, since it doesn't respect the collision, the pool cue doesn't hit the candle. Okay, so, well, what does that mean now? Man, I'm thrown for a bit of a loop here already, ladies and gentlemen. I'm thrown for a bit of a loop. And this isn't going to... Now, the magnifying glass never does anything for the solar panels. Has to be something with this blimp. Maybe the blimp is supposed to explode, and maybe the explosion will knock the candle off. Let's see if that happens. But instead of flying underneath it, it kind of just turns around. Well, let's try again. Let's try again. Oh, okay. Okay, well, we got something going here. Okay, guys. Okay, I think I finally got it. I think I finally got it, folks. And hopefully this pool cue will finish the job. So, wow. Let's briefly go over what happened here. This candle powers the solar panel just initially. The blimp's going to explode. The blimp's going to catch on fire, fall down over here to turn this solar panel on. This will get this going just quick enough to pull this branch out. The bowling ball will fall, hit the magnifying glass, the flashlight, paper lantern will go up. This will get started. The ball will fall off. This will also get started because of the paper lantern lighting this solar panel. This cannonball will come over here, hit the pool cue, which should take this baseball and fling it into the lighter. And then our buddy will keep warm, and our paper lantern will also go send for help. Did we get it? Not quite, but I know it's just about there, ladies and gentlemen. I know it's just about there. Let's try again. Let's try again. Okay, and well, I think that we're just about there. This might take a little bit of fine tuning at the very end here. Might take a little fine tuning at the very end. Let's see if we can get it. There we go, finally. That one was not too bad, but I didn't understand the blimp's purpose for quite some time there. Okay, well, we got it, finally. Holy Toledo. Let's go on to the next one. Solar living. It's dark out, and Tim can't get power to his solar panel. Get some light on the panel and brighten up his house. Okay. Well, here's his house, of course. And boy, there's already a lot of things going on here. I'm just assuming something along these lines is going to have to take place. And why don't we just take care of some of the small pieces that look obvious. And this darn rope keeps moving away. Let's see if we can get it this time. There, we finally got it. And wow, a 14 ball. We never actually saw that before. So okay, looks like this blimp is going to fly over to the right. Let's just see what happens. Let's just see what happens. A couple things already happening, folks. Okay. Well, obviously the belt for the conveyor belt will go on the only conveyor belt that looks like we're going to need. Hamster cage, though, that's an interesting situation. How might the hamster cage get triggered? Not sure yet. Could get triggered something along maybe with this baseball. Not really sure what the baseball's needed for. Other than that, let's see what happens. Yeah, I think I feel almost as if this balloon is going to have to get cut, and that's what's going to get the hamster wheel to go. But let's see. Oh, there's 2 hamster wheels. Okay. 2 hamster wheels. Alright, well there's another, obviously, a belt, and I have a feeling that maybe we're going to need this cannonball to basically come over here and get lifted up to hit the scissors. So the bucket will come over here, hit the pool cue, eventually. Actually, this is what's going to happen first. Teeter-totter's going to get sprung, cannonball's going to roll down here. Hopefully, yeah, something like this. I think we need a little extra time on this hamster cage. The baseball will fall down here and eventually get the cannonball to go up here, hit this, boom, boom, boom. This will come flying over here. And I think we're going to have a bit of a fine tune to see where this ball goes, because it'll probably end up having to turn on the flashlight, which of course will then power our buddy Tim's house. And well, he's got an interesting looking house here. I don't know if these are supposed to be rooms or what, but okay, let's just see if we've got that much going for us, folks. Almost. The hamster cage, of course, is facing the wrong direction. Let's give it another try. Let's give it another try. So far so good, so far so good. This will come over here and... well, we just about had it. Let's just try that one more time. We'll even speed things up since we pretty much know what's going to happen here, I think, now. And there we go. That one wasn't so bad either. Okay, well, I don't want to speak too soon, but I think we're having pretty decent luck so far with the hard puzzles. Oh no, there's a zombie outbreak in the lab. Activate security measures and close the lab door. Stop the outbreak. Okay. 8 days since the last zombie outbreak. I like it. So, what was the condition again? Close the lab door. Okay, here's the lab door, of course. Seems as if somehow this blimp is going to have to explode in order for the door to close. But what is going to be the chain of events here? The only moving part is this giant thing that's going to fall down. How are we going to... That's an interesting one, isn't it? How are we going to... I think basically we need to flip this switch at the very least. At the very least. But how are we going to do that? We don't have a lighter. I mean, we do have a lighter, but it's not the kind where something hits it and it'll turn on. The only moving part is this giant ball. And of course, the zombie, but that should be somewhat contained. Well, I gotta say, so far, I'm not 100% with what's supposed to go on here. Not 100% with what's supposed to go on. Yeah, I'm really not sure. Okay, let's just see. That thing falls, and nothing else happens. There's no teeter-totter. There's a toaster. Maybe the toaster is supposed to... Let's see. Maybe the bread is supposed to flip the switch? Let's see. I think that's probably it. Yeah, okay. And that will... Is the toast gonna come up? What happened to the toast? Ah. Well, I'll tell you what happened to the toast. The switch isn't on. There was no toast to be had. Okay. Well, that's interesting. In the sense that... Interesting in the sense that I guess we're going to have to use our outlet for that. Let's see. Okay. That at least gets the pinwheel going. That at least gets the pinwheel going. And what are we going to do with the pinwheel? We're going to get the bucket to do what? We're going to get the bucket to do what? I think something along these lines. Yeah, okay, okay. Something along these lines will make do for the bucket. I think we could probably put it somewhere like that. That'll make this thing launch somewhere. Let's see what we got going so far. Let's see what we got going. Okay. Well, wait a second. That's going the other direction. That's going in the other direction. Really? What's going on here? Okay, well, wait a second. Let's just wait just 1 second, folks. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 unused parts. The toast is going to hit this. That's going to do that. This is going to float over here, which will make the door close. And okay. Well, we have 4 leftover parts, but we've completed it. So, folks, I'll have to say, I think puzzle number 2 took me just a little bit of time, but so far, so good, I'd say, for the hard puzzles. I can already tell we're going to get through it one way or another, folks. So thanks for joining me, and like always, we'll see you next time.